Today I'm going to show you some of my favourite things from IT Cosmetics. As well, recently I've had so many questions about the new CC cream and how it compares to the others, in particular the illuminating CC cream. So I've actually got Nude Glow on this side, CC Illumination on this side, and I'll talk you through the differences between all four of them. If you prefer my videos where I'm showing you tips and techniques to use with what you've already got, have a look at my At Home Beauty School playlist, and there are loads of videos in there, and everything I've used in this video will be listed in the description. So every week on the IT Cosmetics Instagram page, I do a live video, and today's video is Get Unready with me. So I need to get ready to get unready, and I thought I would just show you some of my favourite things from IT Cosmetics. First of all, in fact, I'll do some of my face and then I'll come back to base actually, because I want to talk about that with you in a bit of detail. While I start talking to you, the first thing I would say, add to the hit list if you haven't already, is the Brow Power Pencil. I'm not going to talk about skin in this video, and I'll just be really honest with you. I will be giving you an IT Cosmetics skincare update in a couple of weeks. The sale on the website at the moment is across everything. So you spend, 2 products or more, you'll get 30% off them. And then if that comes to £50 after you've applied the discount, you'll also take away a complimentary makeup brush. So it's a really nice opportunity to top up on any of your essentials. Skincare is included in that, but I've been using something that I can't tell you about for a couple of weeks. And like, for example, if you were to go and get something skin-wise that's going to last you like 4 months, and then I'm going to turn around in 2 weeks and go, by the way, this is the skin thing that I think you'd really like. If I was you, I'd be a bit like, well, why didn't you tell me that before I just topped up all my stuff? So I'd rather just say that. By all means, if you've got your favourites, go for it. But I'll be showing you something very soon. But anyway, back to the task at hand. I've got to get ready to take my makeup off. So I'm starting first of all with the Brow Power Pencil. And this comes in several shades, but the one shade that we always recommend is this one, which is Universal Taupe. And the deeper you press with it, the deeper the colour will be. So essentially what you have is this one colour that you can customise to give like a soft wash of colour if you've got maybe grey, red, blonde brows, right the way through to the deepest pressure will colour match dark brown to black hair. I'd also say as well, this is really nice if you've got red hair. We do actually have an auburn version of this, but the taupe, I find with a lot of red pencils, they can look almost very makeup-y, whereas taupe just adds a natural shadow and bit of definition to what's already there. So it looks really natural, and that pencil's really good for clinging to skin as well as hair. So if you find that your brows are a little bit thinner, it's really good for helping to shape them. Now, the next thing that I would always recommend, it would be my first choice for anyone that's never tried IT Cosmetics before, and I've brought them all in to show you, is the CC cream. This is what I use in a lot of my videos. There's 2 different versions that I'll show you. The CC cream is a multi-purpose skincare makeup SPF hybrid. That said, with any foundation or CC cream or anything in your makeup bag that has an SPF in it, I would always tell you to add a dedicated SPF. Let me start putting some makeup on while I show you. I'm going to use CC Illumination on one half of my face in the shade Light Medium. I would always use a dedicated SPF as well, because I don't use my CC cream in this really thick, even layer all over. I end up putting more kind of on the red areas, much less anywhere that I don't need as much coverage. You're not taking it all the way down your neck. You're not going to take it on the tops of your ears. And also you need a really significant amount of SPF to do its job properly. So I would always consider the SPF in your CC cream a brilliant added bonus. It is another layer of protection, which is great, but don't think that it negates the need for a separate SPF, and that's the same for any base that you might have. Now, as you can see, the CC cream, why I love this, the original CC cream is my favourite product of all time, hands down. I love that you get a really full coverage from it, but it doesn't look or feel really heavy. It's really comfortable. I just find it a really natural way to really even out the complexion. And in the formula, you've got things like collagen, niacin, antioxidants. It's a really lovely hydrating finish, and it comes in various finishes. So I use the Illuminating CC cream, which, as you can see, has this kind of pearly radiance to it. There is an oil-free CC cream, which is velvety, matte. Some of the skincare in here is slightly different. So you have things like colloidal clay in here and charcoal, which are really good for an oily skin. So if you're more oily, this is good. Also, if you don't like to powder through the day, you can just put this on and forget about it. I always wear this if I've got a long day. And then there's the original, which is my personal favourite. This goes on quite dewy, and then you can either powder it down and make it more matte, you can leave it fresh, or you can do a bit of both and maybe powder the T-zone and leave the rest radiant. Now, the reason I've chosen to show you the Illuminating CC cream, let me just wipe some of the excess from the back of my hand, is, and I wanted to just mention all of this, at the moment, a good few of the CC cream shades are out of stock, and it's something that we're working on and they will be coming back. But in the meantime, we've got CC Nude Glow. This is launching later this year. And I've had so many people say to me that this is the new replacement or the new packaging for the CC Illumination, but they're really quite different. So I'm going to show you the two so you can hopefully see the difference. It's a bit of a dull day today, which is a shame, but I'll explain the differences anyway, and I will find a day where it's a bit brighter to show you in detail. Let me change brush as well, so there's absolutely no crossover. So the CC Nude Glow that's coming towards the end of the year, and this is the shade Light, by the way, I want to say. Yeah, the shade Light. CC Nude Glow is a much fresher coverage. So if you love that the CC cream is this makeup skincare SPF hybrid and you like how healthy it makes your skin look, but you don't need a full coverage, you're going to love this one. As you are probably thinking, well, what does glow mean versus illumination? The CC Glow on this side is more of a medium coverage, or like a light to medium buildable coverage. And I would say it's more of a gel finish. It reminds me a lot, actually, of a sheerer version of the original CC cream. It's more of like a healthy, dewy glow. Okay, whereas the CC Illumination is a completely full coverage, and the illumination from that is a pearliness. So this is like you've mixed an illuminator into a full coverage foundation, and this one is like you're a bit dewy because you went for a brisk walk. If you need full coverage, you're going to need your Illuminating CC cream, and if you want more of a fresh, just a bit softer, just a nice base for every day, but coverage isn't your main priority, you'll prefer the CC Nude Glow. Looking at them, they're both radiant. It's just a bit of a dull day. I promise I will show you this again a bit more, you know, under some kind of harsh light. But I did want to take the opportunity. That's something that I've had a lot of questions about recently, the differences between them. And I think it's really important that, let's say, for example, because the CC cream is out of stock at the moment, I've had a number of people say to me, oh, it's okay because like I'll just switch to that one when it launches, which you absolutely could do, but it's not going to be the same finish. So I didn't want you to get the new one thinking, oh, it's just that old stuff in different packaging and it's going to look the same, because it will feel quite different. Right then, CC cream chapter over. Let's move on to Bye Bye Under Eye. This is the larger size, which is on the website. If you want a completely full coverage, waterproof concealer, this is the fullest concealer, and I think you'll get on really well with it. Bye Bye Under Eye comes in lots of different shades with like a cool, a neutral or a warm undertone, so you can get a really true to skin finish. It's incredibly pigmented, and I really believe, I'll show you what I'm doing, that the secret to this is really melting it down. I would say, bearing in mind I've been with it now for, this is the 5th year, this is the product that gets the most misunderstood. This is the thing that people say to me, that's too thick for me, I'm not getting on with that. And I'll say, okay, just a minute, can you tell me like how much you're using, what you're using to apply it, what the process is? And they'll explain, and I'll say, can you just do me a favour and use like a third of that? And often the tiniest portion size of this is what makes it really, really lovely. I like about this that it's quite, I don't want to say dewy, but it looks healthy. It doesn't dry to a matte finish. It stays quite juicy. So if you want to use this in drier areas or tired areas, it's lovely to just give you a bit of a refresh. I'll be honest with you, as much as I love this, I find for my eye area or like my redness that I get enough coverage from the CC cream, and then over my eyes I tend to just sweep the excess of what's left from that. So as much as I really love and rate Bye Bye Under Eye, because they're both a full coverage, you don't need both, because as the name would suggest, if it's full coverage, you don't need to layer it with something else. If you prefer to have these targeted things, like if you want something separate for the eyes and something separate for the base, that would be great. But I always think with things like that, we've all got things that sit on our dresser unused. And so start small and build up to the other things if you need to. But don't buy absolutely everything just because it all looks nice, because actually you might find that you only need one of them. Okay, Bye Bye Pores. I'm not going to do loads of Bye Bye Pores powder, because one of the other things I'm doing for it today is a special, like a close-up on how Bye Bye Pores works. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this around the eye area. But basically, Bye Bye Pores powder, after the CC cream, is probably my most used It Cosmetics product. It's a translucent setting powder that you can use to seal your makeup in place. But as the name would suggest, Bye Bye Pores, it's designed to blur the appearance of texture. Now, we know what the internet is like, and also so many things impact the quality of a video. So like today, because it's more dull, I know that this video is not in as clear a quality as it would usually be, but I can tell you in real life, this is really good. Oh gosh, I was just going to do everywhere and I've remembered I can't, because I need to I need to show the before and after in the video. I'll put the clip into this so you can see it. Bye Bye Pores is really good at helping to reduce the appearance of that texture straight away. If you've seen any videos of it and you want to see how it works, or indeed any of the things that I've just shown you, feel free to pop to a counter. I would much rather, before you go and spend your money, that you go in, try something on, meet the team, check that you like the consistency of everything, and then take it from there. And I'd say that about any beauty purchase. You know, I worked at Selfridges for years on the beauty floor, and we love it when people come in. That's what the beauty floor is there for. You know, it is a place where the people that work there love makeup. That's why they're working there. I'm just looking for a hand mirror, so I'm going to grab my bronzer here, don't mind me. I'm going to put some superhero mascara on while I tell you this story. They love seeing people come in. The reason you go and work in a beauty floor is because you love makeup and you love doing people's makeup and you want to make a person feel great. So always feel free to pop in and try anything on, because I do appreciate it's a bit different online versus when you try something yourself, especially if you've seen something and you're wondering if it's going to work for your skin type. The great thing about It Cosmetics is We've got more locations than ever at the moment. We've opened up lots of different extra counters. So if you go onto the website, you'll be able to type in your postcode and they can tell you your nearest counter, whether it's in Boots or Space NK, Selfridges, John Lewis. There's also lots of online retailers. And also, when you go onto our website, if, let's say, for example, I always wish more people knew about this. If you go onto the CC Cream page and click, request a consultation, especially in the daytime, if you were to do this like Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, there are longer hours than that, but like Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 is the best time I'd advise you to do it. You click for this consultation, give it permission to access your camera, and the next thing you're on a FaceTime with one of our girls. Literally like you're sat watching me now. One of the girls will come up, chat to you about your skin, give you a colour match. They've got all these kind of technologies that they can show you to put it on your skin. So for example, if you thought you were a medium, they've got a wash that they can apply to your face on the screen, obviously, that looks like what the medium will look like. And you'll be able to see, oh no, that's warmer than my neck or whatever it might be. So I'd really encourage you to use all of these things and make sure that you're really happy with anything, because that is the main thing, isn't it? And so that's why as well, I hope you don't mind, I didn't want this to come across as a big like go and buy everything, because in particular at the moment, I always want you to feel like on this page that you take away some tips or techniques to use with whatever you've already got, and that I'm not trying to say go and buy every single thing. But by the same merit, I've also always got people saying, when is there a sale coming up? When is a good time to stock up? I need to top up a few things. Has anyone got a discount code at the moment? These are the kinds of things I'm used to hearing, and so it did make sense to give you a little recap at this time, so that if you do need to top anything up, you can do so in a way that kind of impacts you the least. Now, Unsung, oh gosh, I've nearly sent the thing flying. Unsung It Cosmetics Hero is the Pillow Talk Solid Serum, in particular this shade Humble. Humble is this lovely kind of dusky, plummy rose that just looks absolutely stunning on everyone. I've seen and used this on various different skin tones, and it is just like the universal crowd pleaser. So love that. If you don't know which lippy to get, I would start with this one. Or there's lots of different shades. So if you prefer like a pinky or a plum or more of a beige, they'll have something like that for you. What else do I need to tell you? The crux of it all is, if you've never tried anything from It, I always say to people, I feel like It Cosmetics is like the bones of your makeup bag. So look at everything I've got on here. I've got a nice all over even complexion now, really volumizing mascara. I should have shown you that, by the way. We've got a number of mascaras. If you want full volume, Superhero Mascara is just the best one. If you find that your mascara prints above or below your lashes and it's always smudging, you'll prefer Hello Lashes in the pink tube, because that's a tubing mascara. It removes with warm water. It's a bit of a different technology, and that one won't smudge. If you've got tiny little lashes and you want to be able to grab them, if your main concern is separation and you don't want anything too heavy, you actually want something really soft, really pretty and fluttery, and if you struggle with doing your eyeliner, you'll prefer tight line mascara because the wand is so thin. I thought I had that in here. I've definitely, if you go back through my reels, I've shown you tight line in previous videos. It's tiny, it's the best for a soft finish, and it's the best for catching tiny little lashes. But what I was going to say was, you've got your base on, your brows, your lashes, you've got a nice soft creamy lip. From here, I feel like anything you build from this point are the things you experiment with. You experiment with your eyeshadow, you mix it, you match it with your outfit or whatever it is. You experiment with your lippy, you experiment with blusher. Do you wear bronzer that day? Do you wear highlighter? They're all the things that you are quite flippant with, or I'll speak for myself, they're the things that I experiment with. But this framework is the stuff that doesn't change. So it's a really nice brand to get your staples together that will kind of give you, you know, the perfect canvas for all of your pops of colour to come into play. Two more things that I'm just going to show you while we're on a roll. If I said that the first thing I'd want you to try from IT Cosmetics was the CC cream, the next one would be the Complexion Perfection brush. I've obviously just used this with you now. This is one of the best things you will ever get from any brand. Double-ended foundation brush. You've got your large domed end, which is good for your all-over base, a smaller end, which is what I used for my concealer. This is also one of the things that if you watch other people's videos, I'm always watching people. This comes up all the time. Everyone loves this brush. Another thing I just thought I would show you, if you're new to us or you just like want a one-stop, something simple that takes all the guesswork out, the It Girl Beauty book, we used to have these every Christmas. This is a bit grubby, please excuse me. It gives you your eyeshadow primer, 9 eyeshadows, a powder liner, a powder brow power, full-size blush, 6 lipsticks, no prizes for guessing my favourite one, 3 Try Me shades of the Bye Bye Under Eye, which they're not all going to be your shade, but by all means you could repurpose for like an eyeshadow primer, or you'll find a way to kind of weave these into your routine, but it gives you an idea of the texture and the coverage and all of that of the concealer. A full-size Bye Bye Pores powder, which is pressed, and a full-size Bye Bye Pores bronzer. That book altogether is £53, and you've basically got your whole face minus your foundation and your mascara. If you've never tried us before, that's the perfect way to try a bit of everything. The full-size powders, you can buy those individually, and even the cost of 2 of those is more than the cost of the whole thing. So let's say, for example, if you do like to wear Bye Bye Pores powder and Bye Bye Pores bronzer, you might as well get the book, because then you've got all of the other stuff included for the same amount. I actually am thinking out loud, if it's 53, I'll check this. They used to be 26, so like the 2 together would be 52, but there's £1 of a difference. But yeah, if you just want something to try us and see, that would be really good. And one last thing I also forgot to show you is have a little look through my previous videos for Your Skin But Better foundation. If your CC cream shade is out of stock at the moment, which I know for a lot of people it is, and as I say, they're working on that and they will be back soon, might be worth trying this as a little alternative, especially if you've got the money off. If you're not 100% sure, at least you've tried it when you were topping something else up. Your Skin But Better foundation is lovely. It's very, very different to the CC cream. If I show you the two, if your CC cream is a completely full coverage, Your Skin But Better is a light to medium silky coverage. It's more of a runny liquid and this is more of a rich cream. And the main purpose of this is that it's designed to brighten the skin. So the skincare in here is a little bit different. You've got things like aloe in here, vitamins B5 and E. It's very hydrating, but the finish is more like an eggshell finish. So it's not super matte. It's got a little bit of luminosity to it, but it does dry to more of a velvety finish. Really nice for just a soft wash. It can still build enough to cover the likes of my redness, but I would just like to emphasise that if you're used to your CC cream, it will be a culture shock, but it is lovely. But after all of that, I've got to get ready to get unready. I'm going to put like bright red lippy and a load of stuff on just to show that, you know, the skincare really will get it all off. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll put basically at the time of me making this video, I know now with the internet, this could come out at a completely different time. And by the time you see it, Maybe the offer could have finished, I don't know. So I'll put some of the details into the caption of the video, and hopefully if you needed to top anything up, you see it in time. And if not, I'd just say sign up to the emails of all of those retailers that I mentioned, because at some point someone will have an offer on, and then you'll always be able to find a way to top up whatever you need at hopefully a bit of a lesser cost, so you can get the best value for yourself. But anyway, take care. If there's anything in particular you'd like to see in a video, please let me know, and I'll chat to you very soon. Take care.